I'm Shauna Rappaport here at GreenBiz 17 in Phoenix, Arizona, and I am joined by Bruno Sarda, who is the VP of Sustainability at NRG. How's it going, Bruno?
It's going great.
Good. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
You're 6 months into your new role. I'm so curious, have so many questions for you about that transition. NRG's vision statement is to create a sustainable energy future. Sustainable, clean?
Sustainable energy future.
Sustainable energy future. What does that mean for a company that has been in the energy space for so long, and how are you approaching that evolution?
Sure. Well, NRG is an interesting company. It's grown in various ways over time. We have basically kind of three main lines of business, right? We are the largest independent power producer in the country. So we have power plants all around the US. We produce massive amounts of power, over 50 gigawatts of capacity, anything from, some coal, gas, a lot of renewables, and, increasingly things like storage, et cetera. So part of the evolution to a sustainable energy future is to be kind of at the leading edge of that transition to these new technologies. Fundamentally, as a company, we don't necessarily are the ones who are going to invent the next solar cell or the next battery technology, but what we're really good at is bringing, kind of proven technologies to scale in a commercially economical way. So that's on the wholesale side, is just to keep bringing more power to the grid, increasingly cleaner. And then we have a big retail business in states where you can choose who you buy your power from. So also you can now buy like 100% renewable off the grid as a residential customer from NRG. And then our third line of business is then kind of all of the distributed, if you will, energy solutions. So from large retail chains, healthcare institutions, universities, cities, et cetera, bringing a lot of renewable, but not only, things like district energy systems, combined heat and power plants, so whatever the needs some of our industrial customers need, more than just electricity, for example. So again, bringing increasingly cleaner technologies while reducing costs for these customers.
What's your take on sort of the state of the system, and how optimistic are you about the sort of rate at which we are accelerating the transition to a clean economy, particularly given the current political climate?
Part of what we like to say is not just our transition, if you will, to this commitment to sustainability and our science-based goals, et cetera, but a lot of our customers, none of this happened because, if you will, kind of we were made to, either by regulation or otherwise. This is really a business strategy. This is a kind of a societal movement, an adoption of, again, new technologies, new paradigms that frankly just make a whole lot of business sense. So I'm very optimistic. I think, we are, and we will soon actually report our 2016 results in our upcoming CSR report. I think you'll see, again, very steady progression towards our own goals to decarbonize our power generation, and a lot also on the side of our customers who are aggressively embracing renewable energy goals and kind of driving, if you will, to some extent, this transition to a low carbon economy.
Well, on that note, sort of a closing note, and certainly makes me optimistic to hear your optimism. The GreenBiz community is made up of a lot of sustainability and energy leaders. What would you offer as sort of advice on the most effective places to sort of intervene and play a role in that system, in their own, sort of embracing their own role in this transformation?
Yeah, I think part of what we learned in the work of sustainability is we have to operate in a complex system, right? Within our organizations, across organizations, we bring a certain set of skills and passions and interests, but we have to rely on the expertise of many, whether it's in our facilities organizations, our finance organizations, our operations groups, our product development. And so my advice to anybody who's interested in kind of decarbonizing their whole value chain is to look at, where are your hotspots? Make sure you obviously focus on what is most material, and then bring in that expertise and again talk to organizations like us who are in this sector, or if you're looking at waste, talk to who is it that hauls your waste, and what advice would they have? Because actually I think you'll be surprised that those whom you think would not want to talk to you about, if you're going to use less energy and energy efficiency, we're actually huge on energy efficiency, and we're trying very hard to get our customers to make much more productive use of the energy they either produce or buy. And so again, just kind of embrace that expertise that exists in both the sustainability community and in kind of this ecosystem of providers that most of our peers have across the board.
That's great advice. Well, I'm so glad to know that you are now serving in this particular leadership role in the ecosystem, and so looking forward to meeting back here at GreenBiz 18 and seeing what you've accomplished between now and then, and certainly what we can all do together. Bruno Sarda of NRG. Thank you so much, Bruno.
Thanks, Shauna.